Hi guys, welcome back to Too Cool for Middle School. Happy September, the end of August, and I have maybe my favorite compilation of favorites to show you today. I've stuck to my New Year's resolution of doing a favorites video every month, and I love these videos because they just kind of encapsulate everything that I've been using throughout the month. I have a time to recommend to you things that I've been loving, and I think just about every single item in this month's video is ethical or fair trade or organically made or does something to make the world a better place. So I'm really excited to share all of these things with you. Let's start with what I am wearing because I'm so excited about these t-shirts. I wish that my camera just went a little bit wider, but here we go. This is my Evidence and Ethics t-shirt. I've been working on these for so long, just trying to find the right manufacturer and the right process to do this. And the issue is that I have a lot of passion for fair trade fashion, but I don't have very much business knowledge or sales knowledge, and I've been doing everything entirely on my own. So it's been a bit of a stressful process, but I just wanted to make some piece of fair trade fashion accessible to you as teachers and put something on the market that was a teacher t-shirt, you know, that all of us are interested in having, but that was done completely ethically. So this is one of the t-shirts, and they say Evidence and Ethics on them because that is my motto for everything that I teach my students. This is what I try to model here on Instagram and YouTube and within my social media and in my life in general. This is what I try to embody with everything that I put out into the world. I'll link a video where I talk a little bit more about this and why I do discuss politics and controversial issues in my classroom and how I do that with my students, and it's all based on evidence and ethics. So anyway, that's why I put that on the t-shirt. These are fair trade. They're 100% Pima cotton, which if you know anything about like textiles and fabrics, that is the best material that you can get for like t-shirts like this. It's so soft. They're already washed, so it's not going to shrink. In fact, the more you wash it, the better it will look and the better it will feel. This will last you for years and years, and it will just continue to look good. I love this shade of like a really kind of jewel toned deep navy, and this fit is the women's crew, and so this one just comes in navy in this fit. But if you would like something that is a little bit more roomy, or you just like the color gray, I also have that option. Let me get it for you. This is the gray option. It also says Evidence and Ethics. Even the screen printing here, you guys, is like such amazing quality. This is just a really, really good t-shirt. And again, this is the Pima cotton. This is also a medium, so you can tell side by side that this is much more of a fitted look, and then this one is a lot roomier. This actually is a men's fit, but obviously women can wear it too. This is more of like the unisex fit, I would say. And I've got pictures on my website and on Instagram, and in my last video with me wearing this. I think I will actually order a small instead because this one is a little bit too baggy on me, I think. So these fit pretty roomy, but I would say that the women's fitted crew neck runs a little bit small. So I would maybe size up if you do the blue, and then maybe size down if you do the gray from whatever you would normally wear. Did I tell you yet? These are done by Known Supply. You can see there on the tag. I've been talking with them and working with them. I love their company. I love what they do. Here's something I love about all of their products. You can see the signature of the person who made your shirt right here on the tag, and you could write them a note and say thank you to them at knownsupply.com/makers. I just think this is a great way to kind of dip your toe into fair trade fashion at a reasonable price point. I mean, most teacher t-shirts that you find online are like $25 to $28. These are such higher quality and have been made with such ethical labor practices that we have to charge a little bit more. So these are $30 plus $5 for shipping. And I'm still like working on the website side, so it's a little bit wonky right now. Hopefully by the time you access it, it will be completely smoothed out, but I have to pay for shipping to me and then to you. So $5 for shipping is a pretty good deal on these, and I will be personally shipping them to you. This is going to be a slow fashion process. I am collecting orders, then I'm giving those orders to Known Supply, who are going to make your t-shirt custom for you. Then they will send them to me, then I will send them to you. So it's not a very quick process, but it also eliminates waste, and this is just when you work with smaller companies, and then like me, I'm my own company, I guess, and doing this by myself. So it's gonna take a little while, but I will stay in contact with you through Instagram about the whole entire process. Jensen decided now would be a great time to throw around a bunch of his toys. So obviously my shirts are my favorite of the month, but let me show you a couple of other things, including these earrings. I've talked about them quite a bit on my channel, but these are from Noonday, and I just love them because they are fair trade, and they're like a charm bracelet for your ears, and you could remove or add back on any of these charms for a different look, so they're really versatile. I just wear all the charms because I love it. Another fashion item I wanted to show you is this beautiful top. I got this through Dazey LA. I just couldn't resist the pattern. I thought it was so pretty. It's like an off-the-shoulder crop top, which is not something I would normally wear to work, but I wore this with a high-waisted like navy skirt from Elegant Tees, and then like you can still wear this on the shoulder. It's just more of like a boat neck look, so you can kind of do what you want with this, but this is also fair trade. It's done by Tagma Designs. So I'll provide a link to this below, and they have so many other beautiful products on their website. I actually ordered another one the other day. I love what they're doing, and they are based in LA as well. And I ordered a t-shirt from them, you know, kind of more like similar to this, and they are doing things kind of the same way that I am, where they're not making the t-shirt until they get an order for it, so that they don't end up with like wasted stock. So it's taking a little bit longer to process that order and ship it to me, but I don't mind because I understand why they're doing it, and that this is better all around, even if it takes a little bit longer to get to me. The next shirt that I have to show you is like an instant favorite of mine. This is by Symbology, who I've loved for a long time. They just do the most beautiful fair trade clothes, and they're definitely more on the expensive side. So sometimes I order stuff from like Known Supply or Elegant Tees, and it's a little bit more comparable to like maybe what you're used to paying on a teacher's salary. Symbology is a little bit more of like luxury prices, but the things that they create, like this is so different. I love the cut of this. The sleeves are like in between a sleeveless shirt and a short sleeve shirt. It's like right in the middle. I love the look of it. I love the baby cacti on it. I love like the chambray. It fits so nicely, and I know that when they do their fabrics and their printing, they use traditional methods of like stamping, and it's good for the environment. It's sustainable. They respect their workers. They respect the fabrics. They respect the earth. So I love supporting them when I can, even though they are a little bit more on the pricey side. When I have a little bit of extra money from like a birthday or something, I like to use it to make an investment piece in something really cool from Symbology. The last clothing item is much more on the affordable and accessible side, because I know that's important sometimes too. So this is a black jumpsuit. I never thought I would get on the jumpsuit trend, but then I tried this. This is from Pink Desert, and I will link them down below. This is made in the United States. It's just the perfect black cotton jumpsuit. Let's see if you can see this right here. It has like little ruffle sleeves. I love the brown buttons. This looks great with like brown shoes and brown accessories. It has a little elastic at the waist so that it does kind of give you some shape, but it's also like really drapey and slouchy at the same time. It's so comfortable for teaching, but I still feel like it looks pretty pulled together, and it's just a really easy outfit to throw on in the morning. So all of my clothing purchases this month, I just feel like very proud of. I also have a pair of shoes to show you. These are boots by the Root Collective. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. These are gorgeous booties that I've been wanting for a long time because I think they will look so good with dresses during Dressember. I love the detail at the back. I love that they've got a zipper on the side so that you can get your foot in, and then just a really easy way to get in and out. I think these are nice and neutral, so they'll go with a lot. It's a little bit too hot in LA to wear them right now, but as soon as those temperatures dip, I'm gonna be wearing these with jeans, with skirts, with everything. I don't think I've ever had a pair of shoes that was such high quality. You can just tell by holding these, by looking at them, the quality is incredible. These are also fair trade. They're made in Guatemala. I know the owner of the Root Collective, Bethany Tran. I've talked to her a few times and done an interview with her, and I trust what they are doing, and I'm in awe of what they are doing, and I've never had a pair of shoes this nice. Like, these are something that I could pass down for generations. So these are a little bit like the Symbology pieces, where they are going to cost you for the quality and the labor and just the beautiful design. So this is something that you would definitely like invest in. Like, maybe this would be the only pair of boots you buy for a year or 2 years or 3 years. But I'm fine with that. I need no other boots besides these. I'm set now. I think I have a link for $20 off of these as well, so I will list that down below. And I just can't stress enough how nice these are. And as soon as the temperatures dip, I'll start showing these off a little bit more. Continuing with some Fairtrade accessories, I have been loving these tote bags from Do Good Shop. You can follow them on Instagram. Let me read you their bio. All items made by and proceeds benefit artisans escaping trafficking, homelessness, modern day slavery, poverty, and injustice. They were so generous to send me 2 of these totes. Actually, I have a yellow one that I've been bringing to work every day, and then this is like my weekend one. Jensen and I just went to this little coffee shop. I brought his little like tablet and my Bible and my journal, and we just walked over there and had a nice little breakfast this morning, and everything fit perfectly in here. If you need a new purse or a new bag, I highly recommend these. They're just gorgeous. And I know I keep saying that like everything is my favorite, but oh my gosh, you guys, this month I just have so many cool things to show you. So within this bag, I have the latest edition of Ethical Style Journal. This is the coolest thing I have ever read. Actually, I read this for a while we were at the coffee shop, and I can't remember the last time I felt so inspired. I was a little bit down on myself because it's just been so hard to get my website and everything taken care of, but I was reading about these women who create ethical clothing, and they're in the fair trade fashion business, and just reading about their passion and what they do really just inspired me so much. The articles in here are incredible, and all of the advertisements are for fair trade companies. So as you're flipping through here, everything that you see is part of this ethical fair trade fashion world. The women that they feature, the stories that they cover are just mind-blowing. This is exactly what fashion should be. I just realized it still said July back there. Let's make it September. Okay, accuracy. Anyway, this is everything that fashion should be. The representation, the concern for the environment, the emphasis on secondhand clothing, thrift shops, even just like, okay, this material that I'd never heard of called Cupro. It's like silk, but it isn't. It's made from cotton, but it feels like silk, and it's really eco-friendly. This article about cultural appropriation, I feel like I need to read this one article just over and over again. Let me just read you one quote. With cultural appropriation comes a disconnect between the original culture and the manner in which it is interpreted, used, and represented by those outside of that community. And it's a conversation that requires an understanding of power in our social spheres. This article was great. I learned so much about other people who are fashion bloggers, eco-fashion warriors. There's a woman who creates shoes, and you know, she was just saying, as she learned about the process of making shoes, she was like, how is it possible that any pair of shoes costs less than $100? And she explains a lot of like the process and the materials involved in making a pair of shoes, and she's like, the only way to do it for less than $100 is to exploit people, exploit the environment, and really turn out kind of a crap product. So it's really helpful to just learn about a lot of this stuff, because especially in the United States, and we don't have time to get into all of this, but we are such a consumer-driven culture, and advertisers and society makes us feel like we need to constantly be improving ourselves, constantly buying things, constantly shopping for things, and that's not only damaging to our souls, but also damaging to the people who make them, to the earth that has to supply these materials and then figure out some way to reabsorb them when we throw away millions of pounds of discarded clothing every year. Like, we just have to keep in mind what fashion is. I forget which article this was in, but it was talking about how this is more of a Western phenomenon, and if we have the wealth and the power to consume as much as we do, we have the wealth and power to transform the fashion industry and to invest in eco-friendly, fair trade pieces that don't destroy lives and destroy our planet. So anyway, get this, I love it. Okay, a couple more things I've been loving makeup wise. I really love this Wowder by Glossier. I got to go to the Glossier store in Beverly Hills, which is kind of a fun experience, and I didn't get too much, but I just got this in the boy brow. The boy brow's okay, but my brows are complex creatures. Actually, so is my skin. So this Wowder has been great to set my makeup. It's pretty translucent. It doesn't look cakey. I love it. Let me tell you also about these 3 items right here. These are all products by Beauty Society, which I've been using for, gosh, getting close to 10 years now. So one thing I love about them is their packaging and the way that they work really hard to make everything eco-friendly. So you'll notice that these containers are glass, and this one is actually the old packaging, because anytime that I want more of this product, which is called True Salvation, this is what I must use on my skin because I have acne prone skin, and this is the best thing I've ever found, the best serum to treat acne and breakouts. But I bought this jar, I don't know, 3 years ago maybe, and whenever I need a refill, I can just buy a discounted biodegradable refill pouch, and then I just squirt it back into this glass jar. And also, for every refill pouch sold, a tree is planted. So I love that they do things that way. I mean, this doesn't look all that pretty because they don't use fragrances or dyes or anything. This is a vegan, all natural skincare and makeup company. So what's in this one? Peroxide-free glycolic and salicylic acid, and it also removes past scarring and hyperpigmentation. So this is like an essential skincare product for me. Another serum I just started using from them is this one, and it's in the newer packaging since I hadn't used it before. This is only something for nighttime. This is called All Nighter Age-Defying Night Resurfacer. This has retinol, pentapeptide, and it provides visible reduction in deep wrinkles, aging, and whistle lines. I'm 32, so I definitely need to take my anti-aging skincare seriously. Again, you only want to use this at night, not during the daytime, because it does make your skin more susceptible to UV rays. But the first time I used this, I woke up the next morning and looked in the mirror and I was like, whoa. It absolutely resurfaces. Like, your skin just looks much smoother and clearer very quickly. This one doesn't take a lot of uses before you see results. Like, you see results pretty immediately. The last thing I have from Beauty Society for today, this is their Perfect 10 oil-free age-reversing foundation. It has 10 active anti-aging ingredients within it. It's a nice moussey texture. It's a nice one to just, I kind of like apply it to the back of my hand, and then I take a damp beauty blender and apply it to my skin. It's what I'm wearing today. So this and the Wowder, I feel like, go together pretty well. Their makeup line is really nice. And again, it's all vegan, all natural. I've been using this lately and I'm in the shade Absolute. So if you have a similar skin tone to mine, that might be the shade you would go for. I'll leave a link to Beauty Society down below. I am a representative or whatever. I never sell it. I never push it on anyone. I just like having the representative discount and my mom buys it from me. That's the only person. But if you like vegan, natural, eco-friendly, high quality skincare and makeup, I will just leave this link available to you. No pressure, but I love it. Last category, media. I have read 2 really great books this week. They were both so good that I finished them really quickly. This one is called Under a Painted Sky by Stacey Lee. This is set during the 1840s gold rush, and the main character is a Chinese girl whose father dies and her mother had died a long time ago, so she's left an orphan, and she's actually running from the law with another girl who is black who's running away from slavery, and it's very dangerous for them to be female on the Oregon Trail. So they dress as boys for protection, meet up with a bunch of other people along the way. This is a great example of historical fiction for young adults, especially surrounding the gold rush. Like, I don't think I have any other like historical fiction set in this time and situation, and I love that it shows how diverse the people who are moving to California for the gold rush were. So we have a black girl, a Chinese girl, they meet up with some white guys and a Mexican guy, they meet French people along the way, they meet Scottish people along the way. My only criticism would be that there were no Indians, no Native Americans in this story, and I'm not sure how that wasn't a plot line, but there were even like people from Chile who came to search for gold. So I love that this sheds light on the diversity of Argonauts. The major theme running throughout obviously is gender, and Stacey Lee just does a great job, so I'm excited to put it on my classroom bookshelf. This one I basically read in 24 hours. This is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Everyone who's read this just knows how good it is. I posted about it on Instagram and everybody was like, oh my gosh, that book is so good. It's one of the most tragic plot lines I've ever read, but I also laughed out loud so many times. I need to go back through and highlight all of the sections that I was just like rolling laughing. Oh, and here's what I was thinking too. Let me grab this. Okay, this was my favorite novel for a long time. I think it still kind of is. It's like way up there. This is A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole, and Ignatius is very similar to Eleanor. If I were somebody that wrote like fan fiction, I would combine these 2 characters into a story. This one is also like laugh out loud funny. They have a lot of similarities. Lexile level wise, this is like the most difficult thing that I've read in a long time, because Elinor just speaks in this hilarious, really just like highbrow, posh manner. It's set in Scotland, but she's like from down south, they say, so I think she's from England. She's a really tragic past, but in the present, she's just like a really socially awkward but super smart woman. I feel like this would have been wonderful to read on a Kindle because you could tap all of the words and get the definition. I had to read it like with my cell phone the whole time, like Googling the meanings of half the words that she said. It's endearing and hilarious and tragic, and I can't recommend it highly enough. Okay, finally, that is everything I have for you. This is my favorites video by far. Just everything. I get excited about great products, and I love to share them with you because if there's a way for us to use our finances and our power to make the world a better place, I want us to be able to do that. You wanna say hi? Come here. Hi. Say hi. What is that smile? Cheese. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get your little knees. Okay, I need to go entertain him, but thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. Check out my teacher t-shirts. They are beautiful. You will love them. So anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.